Welcome back to the Salem Show for our Washington County Community Foundation Studios at Salem High School. I'm your host, Noah.
And I'm your other host, Ty Hobbs.
This is our 5th episode of the Salem Show.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, another show and another chance to catch everyone up on what's happening at SHS and beyond.
Let's get down to it with a few announcements.
Students joining musical theater club need to go on the Google Classroom and fill out the audition materials.
If you're interested in playing on the men's volleyball team, then contact Xander Bowling. Open courts start in January and the season starts in spring.
This is a reminder to all Tri-High-Y members to pay their dues to Emily or Miss Short. Also on Google Classroom, there's a sign-up sheet for you to ring the Salvation Army bell at Walmart on December 22nd. Check the Tri-High-Y Google Classroom to find the spreadsheet.
Juniors, there are still a few games in January and February that need workers. Sign up and get a free prom ticket. See Mrs. Brewer to sign up. And SHS students are learning skills in the classroom and using them in the real world.
That's right, Ty. SHS has multiple opportunities for our students. SLNN Broadcasting is producing the Salem Apothecary podcast called Marshalling Salem. The first episode is out right now on our YouTube channel with more to come.
This episode is to celebrate 40 years on the historic Salem Square, and they're including visits to historic businesses on the square with chats about getting wellness. And it's being produced by our very own Dahlia Morgan.
A historic act of generosity is making headlines tonight. Tech entrepreneur Michael Dell and his wife Suzanne have announced one of the largest private donations ever made to American families, an incredible $6.3 billion.
The donation is aimed at helping more than 25 million children across the country. It's designed to support families who aren't eligible for the new Trump accounts, also known as the 530A accounts, created by Congress earlier this year.
Those accounts will give every child born from 2025 to 2028 a $1,000 investment at birth. Families can keep adding up to $5,000 per year, and by the age of 18, those kids who see nearly $191,000 saved before taxes. But that still leaves millions of kids born before 2025 without that benefit. That's where the Dell donation comes in. Their plan will provide a $250 seed deposit for almost 80% of the U.S. children ages 10 and under, focusing on families living in zip codes that median incomes below $150,000.
Michael Dell, whose fortune is estimated at about $150 billion, says this move is about giving every child a fair shot at financial security, no matter their background.
A massive investment in America's kids, and a story that will continue to develop as families begin receiving those funds.
Winter is here, so be careful with your Chromebook.
Make sure you're not leaving your Chromebook out in the cold,
because this may harm the screen or interfere with connections. You know condensation is bad for electronics.
Make sure you're not leaving your Chromebook out in the cold. You know, like your car or truck.
And speaking of the cold, Dahlia, what is the weather going to be like for this upcoming week?
I will have that answer in the Foxborough Lee Wealth Management Lion Nation weather forecast after we hear from the YMCA and see what kind of weather is headed our way.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
Noah and Ty, the weather is officially winter. As far as more snow, we do have more chances coming up in the forecast, so let's get into it. Today we have a high of 38, a low of 25, and it's partially cloudy. Tomorrow we have a high of 38, a low of 28. The boys play Henryville, and it's partially cloudy. And on Sunday we have a high of 39, a low of 26. It's Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, and it's cloudy. On Monday, we have a high of 36, a low of 25, and it's partially cloudy. Tuesday, we have a high of 40, a low of 31. The girls play Brownstown Central, and it's partially cloudy. On Wednesday, we have a high of 48, a low of 28, and a 59% chance of PM showers, and it's Human Rights Day. Thursday, we have a high of 34, a low of 24, and an 85% chance of AM snow showers. On Friday, we have a high of 36, a low of 20, and it's partially cloudy. That's it for the Fox Per Lee Wealth Management Lion Nation Weather Report. Now let's take a second for a short commercial break, and then we'll head over to Community News with Tommy.
Don't you have to be wealthy to donate to the foundation? Not at all. Some of our donors are in elementary school. Others choose to donate over time through payroll deduction or monthly ACH accounts. Donations of any size are accepted and greatly appreciated. All you need to know is what organization or area of interest you would like to support, and we will handle the rest.
Thanks, Dahlia, for the weather forecast. Christmas Magic in Salem is back on Friday, December 5th on the square. Over 40 vendors will be celebrating the Yuletide. Festivities will start at 6 with the Light Up Salem and ends at 9 p.m. There will be hot chocolate, Mrs. Claus reading at Salem Apothecary, and yes, Old St. Nick will be in his house following the first wagon ride. So come out and enjoy all the fun. Who knows, maybe there will be some Christmas carols. And if you're not done partying, then attend the Jim Smoke concert and Christmas opening house on the Depot on December 6th at 1 p.m. And it's not too early to start thinking about the Bohemian Supper Club on April 11th at 7:15 in the evening. This yearly exciting event will take place at the True Blood Center at the middle school. Tickets go on sale March 1st, so don't wait. Tickets will go fast. Now I'll toss it over to Marissa at the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk after a quick commercial break for our friends at the Lynx Clothing and Shoes.
Shop local at Lynx Clothing and Shoes. Lynx offers a wide variety of clothing. Looking for a nice outfit for the night? Lynx has it. Need a nice pair of shoes to go with it? Lynx has it. Lynx doesn't just offer nice clothes, though. They also provide all your local sports team gear. Shop for Salem, Eastern, or West Washington merchandise. Is your child missing any sports gear for his or her game? Lynx has it. With the wide selection and stylish and comfortable clothing and shoes, all your sports gear and equipment needs, along with their reasonable prices and a central location in the heart of downtown Salem, Indiana, there is no reason you shouldn't stop by and shop at Lynx Clothing and Shoes.
Welcome to the Sports Minute, coming to you from the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk. I'm your host, Marissa. Let's take a look at our Lions wrestling team. The Lions took on the Madison Cubs and lost. Overall score, 47-40. The Lions went on the road to take on the Clarksville Generals. The boys won with a shutout. Tonight and tomorrow, the boys are going to Scottsburg to take on the Warriors for a 2-day meet. Good luck, Lions. Let's take a step off the mats and onto the court, talking about the girls and boys basketball team. The girls went to face the Senators but fell short, losing by 6. The Lions will go on the road to take on the Paoli Rams. Good luck, girls. Now on to the boys basketball team. The Lions went back out west to take on the boys Senators team. The Lions couldn't finish with a loss of 70-39. The boys will host the Henryville Hornets tomorrow for the boys' first home game of the season. Good luck, boys. Now let's talk about the Lions swim team. The Lions face the New East Du Bois for their first meet of the season. The Lions took down the Du Bois overall 172-62. Our swimmers meet at Charlestown to take on the Pirates and the Henryville Hornets. Good luck, Lions. That's it from me from the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk. Now let's take a short break and then head back over to Ty and Noah to wrap up the show.
Good morning, Lion Nation. Big news for students right here at Salem High School. Through partnerships with Ivy Tech Community College, students now have the chance to graduate with a high school diploma and a free college degree before they even step onto a college campus.
Students can choose from several degree pathways, including general studies, information technology, education, and health sciences. These early college programs allow students to earn an associate's degree, completely tuition-free.
This incredible opportunity can save families thousands of dollars and help students finish a bachelor's degree up to 2 years sooner.
School counselors recommend interested students start planning as early as freshman year to stay on track.
For more information, visit the Salem High School Guidance Office or check the academic page on the school website.
Salem High School, helping students build a brighter future, one credit at a time.
Before we go, let's take a look at this week's History Spotlight.
This week we are focusing on an upcoming event that took place 84 years ago, this Sunday, December 7th.
That's right, Noah. During World War II, the United States were staying neutral in the war until Japan attacked the naval base near Honolulu.
Just before 8 a.m. on that Sunday morning, hundreds of Japanese fighters planes descended on the base, where they managed to destroy or damage nearly 20 American naval vessels, including 8 battleships and over 300 airplanes.
More than 2,400 Americans died in the attack, including civilians, and another 1,000 people were wounded.
The day after the assault, President Franklin D. Roosevelt asked Congress to declare war on Japan.
In all, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor crippled or destroyed nearly 20 American ships and more than 300 airplanes. Dry docks and airfields were likewise destroyed.
Most importantly, more than 2,000 people died.
But the Japanese had failed to cripple the Pacific Fleet. By the 1940s, battleships were no longer most naval vessel. Aircraft carriers were. And as it happened, all the Pacific Fleet's carriers were away from the base on December 7th.
Some had returned to the mainland, and others were delivering planes to troops on Midway and Wake Islands.
Moreover, the Pearl Harbor assault had left the base's most vital onshore facilities, oil storage depots, repair shops, shipyards, and submarine docks intact.
As a result, the U.S. Navy was able to rebound relatively quickly from the attack.
And that's this week's History Spotlight, and something we should know.
And knowing is half the battle. Thank you for tuning into the Salem Show from the Washington County Community Foundation studios.
This concludes our 7th episode of the season 15 of the Salem Show.
As the show runs down, we would like to remind everyone watching to like and subscribe to our YouTube channels and streaming channels.
Also, don't forget to check our other social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok.
On these apps, you can view an array of videos and updates about the Salem High School media.
Let's not forget about our radio station, 700 War Radio.
You can find it online at live365.com or on Roku.
Content for War Radio is added daily, including the 411.
And with that, we will see you next time, Lion Nation.
See you next time, Lions.